Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances to all the devotees, the Vaishnavis, all of you. And since time is short, I think I will cut short the Jayaraseswari that we normally sing, and we'll go on to the wonderful event that we are all here assembled for. It's Lord, today is Lord Narasimha's appearance day, as we say. And what is the crux of Narasimha's worship is that what do we get in that? Fearlessness in devotion. That's what we aim at. That is what we understand. Okay? And see, as you all know, that Prahlad Maharaj was the son of Lord of Hiranyakashipu, and Hiranyakashipu was a demon, and somehow with the Lord's mercy and Narada Muni's mercy, which we go in, everyone knows that Prahlad happened to be a devotee right from his birth. And so his father, Hiranyakashipu, performed severe austerities, and then he wanted to be God. Like, he wanted to be called God. And so he did all that, and he got a boon from Lord Brahma also, that in so many ways that he will not be killed. Okay, but then the Lord is the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. And so he has a way out always. But he would never have imagined that in his own home, Hiranyakashipu would have a great devotee of the Lord. And so, even though he hired teachers to make him understand the materialistic way of life and consider his father to be God, nothing worked. They tried so many ways, and then after teaching also they could not do anything. Then Hiranyakashipu thought that it was high time he took it into his hands, and he tried to poison Prahlad. Then he was thrown off a mountain, he was trampled by elephants, and he was put into fire, but nothing affected Prahlad. And the best thing was he remained peaceful, and he was simply chanting and remembering Krishna. So you can imagine if a situation like this, okay, even a small problem we face, we become disturbed. Do we think of Krishna immediately is what we have to think about. But Prahlad, even though they were life-threatening situations for him, he remained calm, and he only depended and worshipped the Lord and chanted his name. Why? Because he had total faith, complete faith. That's what it was. When all this happened, then Hiranyakashipu got tired and he said, "You talk so much about your God, where is he?" And then he said, "Is he there in this pillar?" Then Prahlad said, "Yes, he's there." And when Hiranyakashipu struck it, Narasimha Bhagavan came out, and then you know his history that he took him out, and on the threshold of his home he killed him at dusk. So that is what it is. He was not animal, not man. He was half animal, half man, and he was a divine form. Okay, and see, the Lord did not want to that Lord Brahma's boon should go wrong. So he maintained and complied with all the parts of the boon that Brahma had given Hiranyakashipu, and this way he kept his word to Lord Brahma and also saved his devotee Prahlad. Okay, and so from this, one of the lessons we learn is that Krishna is everywhere. When Prahlad said Krishna is everywhere and Krishna proved it, we think sometimes, where is God, right? We have not seen God, so we think, is God here? Is God there? But such a pastimes that we hear of, then we understand that He is present everywhere. And like another thing that we learn from this is that how the Lord protects the devotees. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Name Bhakta Pranashyati, my devotees never perish. It's not that the devotees will not have problems. Devotees will have problems. And Prahlad, like you see here, he faced so many problems, so many dangers. But he was always protected, spiritually and even physically, by the Lord. So, Prabhupada says that a devotee is never afraid of anything because he knows that Krishna is always there protecting him. So that is what keeps the devotees going. And like you see, you can see as an example, when a child is walking with his parents, mother, father, holding their hands, he feels very secure, he's happy, he's safe, he feels. So similarly, when we also remember Krishna all the time, we will never feel like we are alone. Even though we may be alone in some situations physically, but we are really not alone because we should always remember, if we remember Krishna, then we'll always remember He's there and we feel safe. That's what we have to practice. And there's another lesson that we learn is that we are afraid of many things. Like, in our material situation, like losing money, we have health problems, we think also that, what will I do? Then even in our relationships, sometimes there's ups and downs. And all these are fears, but what is the real fear? The real fear is forgetting Krishna. The real fear is that we forget Krishna. Everything else can be taken care of, but the fear that we have of forgetting Krishna is the worst. If we forget Krishna, then nobody can help us in all these other situations that we are facing materially also. So that's what we have to remember. And there's another lesson we can learn is that the Lord is the same, but the experience is different. Like see, Hiranyakashipu saw him as a terror, as he was not happy to see the Lord. Whereas, and for Hiranyakashipu, the Lord had such a very, very frightening form he took. And Hiranyakashipu was scared also. He didn't know what was that was coming at him. Whereas the same Lord Narasimha, small 5-year-old Prahlad looking at him, he was so happy. He was not at all scared. So that shows that the same Lord is experienced, that is because of our consciousness. That consciousness is there. So to a devotee, God is very loving. But to a non-devotee, he appears very fearful. So that's what it is. And another thing we learn from this is that in any situation, we should have devotion, bhakti. That's what it is. So Prahlad practiced devotional service, bhakti, in every situation he was put in. He was not at all worried about what they were doing with him. He was just very, very focused in his remembrance of Krishna and his devotion. And like we think, I will do my spiritual practices when I'm in a perfect state, like everything is okay, and I have finished all my responsibilities. So we think, okay, but it's not so. Even at that young age of 5, Prahlad remembered Krishna in every situation. And so we should know that no situation is going to be perfect for us. We have to be like ready at any stage, in any situation, we should remember Krishna. And how can we do that? Like mostly ladies, even men, while cooking, we can remember Krishna. While working, we can remember Krishna by offering whatever we are doing at our work for Krishna. So that makes it a Krishna conscious. This is like it is said that my Guru Maharaj, Jayaraseswari Maharaj, is now very strongly promoting Daiva Varnashrama. Daiva Varnashrama is that we follow whatever work we have to do, in whatever profession you are. You may be a lawyer, you may be a doctor, you may be a professor, you may be a housewife, whatever. In whatever situation, whatever you do, you just do it as an offering for Krishna and do it, and that makes you all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Because whatever you're doing in the service of the Lord. So that is what we have to remember. And even while we are stressed or whatever, just chant His names. It doesn't matter. It's not that we are, they say that, oh, you need help, that is why you're chanting. Krishna doesn't see that. Ajamila, we saw that even though he, at that fag end of his life, and he kept named his son Narayana. He didn't name his son Narayana with the idea that it was God's name. It just came to him, Narayana, because of his earlier life. Earlier he was a very good Brahmana, following all the principles and living a very nice life. But somehow things took a turn and he became a very bad person. But the name Narayana is so powerful that even though he was not calling out to his son Narayana, the Lord sent his Vishnuduta. So the Lord's name is so powerful, and there is no difference between the Lord and His name. Okay? And what did Prabhupada say? Chant and be happy and be successful in your life. So that is what we should always remember. It's as simple as that. We just chant the name of the Lord with sincerity, and He's always there with us. And see, when the Lord Narasimha finally asked Prahlad, what boon do you want? Prahlad did not want anything for himself. He was so compassionate. He was worried about the fallen souls, about everyone. He said, I want that you deliver all these people. He says, I am concerned for those who are suffering in this world. So that shows the Vaishnava, Paradukka Dukhi. They're sad at seeing others who are sad. Okay, and they want to liberate them. That is what they are, that is real devotion. He was not just saying that, anyone normally will say that, oh, please protect me, please protect my family, that kind of thing. But no, here he was wanting to the good for everyone, to benedictions for everyone, to be out of this suffering of this birth and death cycle. Okay, so what we learn from this is that Krishna is present everywhere. We accept it or we don't accept it. He's still present everywhere. Okay, and He's always there, and He protects His devotees. Definitely, He does. And when we have faith in Him, the fear that we have of material life, it recedes and finally disappears. Because that is what is required. Okay? And we can practice devotion anywhere and everywhere. Like I said, as in any walk of life that we are, we can remember Krishna. That is devotion. That is enough. Remembering Krishna all the time, never forgetting Krishna. We used to sing with the children in the children's group. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna, Hari Hari Bolo. So that is what we used to teach them, and that is what is the principle for all of us in life, at any stage. If we don't have to, sometimes we think, oh, we can't do all those big yajnas and prayers, and so many prayers are there, I can't remember. No need. Krishna's name, He's there. We say Krishna, He's dancing on our tongues. So like that, we just remember Krishna and His holy name. We chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So then that is how we develop our devotion, and that is how we can get closer to Krishna. So we can ask ourselves, just ask yourself, where in my life can I remember Krishna more? So in the morning when you get up, you pray to Krishna, ask Him, please Krishna, let me remember you and let me do anything that I am doing today as an offering to you. And at the end of the day, we thank Krishna again, saying, thank you Krishna for having given me this day that I could remember you so well, so much. Okay? And so we can remember the Lord, and what we can do today, being Narasimha Caturdashi, is that we can pray to Lord Narasimha to remove the obstacles in our heart. What for? Especially the obstacle of fear and forgetfulness of Him, of the Lord. So that is what we have to pray, and we can try to follow in the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj by developing a very sincere and simple devotion that, that's all that the Lord wants, love and sincerity. If we can do that, then we'll be the happiest persons, and the Lord will be very happy with us, and very soon we will get out of this life and death cycle. So we have to what we can, there's still about 5-7 minutes.
Yes,
10 minutes. Okay. So what we can do is, we can maybe I was just thinking that we can just do a little offering to the Lord by a simple prayer from the heart. Okay? And that we can do. So what we can do is, we all know this prayer. We sang the Narasimha prayer now, where we sing Prahlad Prahlad Daini, What is this? This prayer glorifies Lord Narasimha Dev. The Lord is who is both extremely powerful and deeply compassionate as well. So He is both. He has so much power, He can do anything. And if He sees that a devotee is being harmed, He will go no end to destroying whoever does whatever. And at the same time, He is so compassionate. So otherwise, how would Prahlad Maharaj, who was normally a child, would be scared to see that form of the Lord? But Prahlad was so happy and fearless when he stood in front of Narasimha Dev. So he is on the one side, he is the giver of joy to Prahlad Maharaj, right? And even though he was such a small boy, and he saved his devotee from all the things that Hiranyakashipu was trying to harm him by. And how did he do it? By simply remembering Krishna. And because internally he was he was completely happy. Externally he may have been going through so many problems. Okay? And then when we take shelter of the Lord, He gives us happiness in whatever circumstances. And the second part of the thing that we sing is Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha Shiratam Kalakalaye. So that is, it describes how Lord Narasimha Dev, with his nakham, with his nails, he tears apart Hiranyakashipu, whose heart was as hard as stone. Okay? So, what does that mean for us? See, we may not have a demon like Hiranyakashipu in front of us, but we all have challenges, right? We have all sorts of fears. we have anxieties, we have attachments, we have false ego. So these are all impediments, these are all kind of demonic things that are there in confronting us. So they all feel just like Hiranyakashipu's heart, as hard as stone for us. They seem impossible for us to overcome. So, but for this, the prayer to the Lord, it reminds us that even the hardest obstacle is nothing when we have the faith in the Lord and we pray to Him. And with His nails, without even weapons, Lord Narasimha destroyed Hiranyakashipu. So, like that, the Lord can destroy all the obstacles in the spiritual path of the devotee, and also when spiritually He is helping and He is removing the obstacles, physically also the obstacles go. So even if they don't go, He gives us the strength to face those obstacles so that we can get over it and still continue to have the strong faith in Him, never leave, never hold on to His lotus feet and never leave that. And that is what is, it will, if we become sincere like this in our devotion, Krishna will protect us, Srila Prabhupada says. So, we will, not that our problems will go, but we will be guided. We will always be protected by the Lord, who is as Chaitanya Guru in us, and also as our spiritual master, through our spiritual master, our Guru, and of course the Guru Parampara, and then the deities. They're all there. So we'll never have to feel alone. So, and when we can end like here today, saying that how can we be a little more, like can we try to follow in the path of Prahlad Maharaj? Like remembering him, remembering the Lord more, a little more sincerity in our chanting, and we can have more faith in Him maybe. Try to develop these for the Lord. The small steps like this will take us a long way. Okay? And so, let us pray today, on this special day, to say, "Oh Lord, please remove the Hiranyakashipu within my heart." We all have a Hiranyakashipu in our heart. So we are requesting Him, pleading to Him, to please remove that Hiranyakashipu and give me the steady devotion of Prahlad Maharaj. That is what we have to pray to the Lord. That's what we do. I think I should end here because I should go on to the next part of the program. And thank you for having me. Remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. I think that's the simplest message or takeaway which we all can take. Thank you again. So a big round of applause for that. Moving forward to our next part of the program. Our children will be singing the Narasimha Caturdashi. So everybody who knows, please try to participate. It will be displayed here as well, and we all can try to
she's playing.
Participate in it. So whoever knows can come forward, please. Whoever knows the Narasimha Caturdashi. The kids will take the lead and we will follow them. Isn't that exciting that we get to see so many kids running around, hearing little babies here and there? Keeps us all engaged, right? I'm sure everybody will agree. Okay, all yours now, kids, you take over.
Hey, they have the papers.
Come. Why going back?
Don't cover the altar.
Come. Come, Krishna. Come.
You cannot cover the altar.
Yeah, covering the. Come in front. You come in front. You can come in front.
Okay, one paragraph. Everyone.
No. 5 each.
Oh, 5 each. Okay.